Okay, hi. I'm here today with Alessandra. And we've been friends for ages. And as you can see, she does loads and loads of Instagrams, loads of Instagram stories. She's always doing her makeup. She's always saying what's hot. She knows much more than me. We've been friends because we used to do shoots together. She used to book me. And now I've booked her to come here, not really.
Yes, thank you.
And so what we're going to first of all do is we see her doing her makeup a lot with lots of different things, but I'm actually going to find out what is in her makeup bag. Really, what is in it. So let's have a look.
A lot. No, but you know what the thing is, like, I do my makeup, I do my skincare, and like you know, we get so many things, we try so many things. There is actually a lot in my bag. And
I mean, she's got quite a big makeup bag.
No, but that's the thing. Like, it's quite. But the thing is, you said to me, yeah, Chanel. You said to me, bring your makeup bag, and I was like, okay, but what I actually use, it's not like I use everything all the time.
I know, we know that.
It's more like my favorite things. Now,
okay.
Now, the prep is actually the most important thing, and that's something I've learned from like makeup artists when watching like you on set. You actually spend a huge amount of time on the prep before you even get to the makeup. Yeah. And that's something I've learned.
Well, we need a good canvas, right?
Yeah. So I do use Advanced Night Repair when, you know, I work with
What do you use that for?
So that's my serum that it's like, I use that for skincare anyway, but it's one of those serums that, you know how sometimes when you put too much skincare on, the makeup just kind of
rolls off.
Yeah. This one doesn't. So I will use Advanced Night Repair.
But do you use it at night or in the day?
Both, day and night. I use it under makeup, and I often also, because I have a tendency to be really dehydrated, and I'll mix it in with foundation sometimes to make it more skin-like, more light.
Yeah. Okay, that's a tip.
Yeah, or I'll mix it with my La Mer, and I do use La Mer. I think it's a beautiful makeup base on my kind of skin. Yeah. I mean,
I love La Mer, but they used to do the lotion, which I actually liked more.
They still do the lotion. They do. This is the soft one. Yeah, okay. So for me, again, it's my skin.
Yeah, so everyone's different.
I need a lot of hydration before, so I will always do that. And this is
it won't go. It's not going to be discontinued, guys.
No, but I'm always worried because my favorite products always get discontinued. So I do hoard my favorites. And this is the Burberry Fresh Glow, and I have Nude Radiance. There's a darker one, but I always use Nude Radiance because I think it goes with everything. Yeah. And for me, I mean, you developed this, so I feel like a bit weird talking about it in front of you.
We love that.
But
at least someone likes it.
No, but you know what? It is so light. It is just like spa skin. Yeah. You know, and it's kind of incredible.
Dewy.
And I don't need a highlighter. You know, I don't like highlighters. This to me, like, obviously,
would you use that under the makeup with the foundation or on top?
So I use this after my skin instead of a primer. So I'll use it after my skincare before my foundation. Okay. Bearing in mind, I have no issues with makeup like being oily on my skin or anything because I don't have oil in my skin pretty much. Okay. Well, I do, but you know, so I need all the dewy, like for me, piling on the hydration is a good thing. Yeah. And this, and also, I don't know how you did it, but like any foundation just glides on super easy.
Yeah, it mixes well. Yeah. So what is it? 50% water.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that, but that is like one of those finds. At first I was a bit like, nah, whatever, and then once you start using it, you get quite obsessed with it. So I love that.
So that's three things.
And then foundation, I do love my foundation.
Oh, well, what is this?
I'm a big foundation girl, so I just brought my main ones.
Okay. And it's been used, so just so you know.
Sorry, that's actually my own stuff, so it's crap. It's a bit like...
Right, Clé de Peau. Not a lot of people know Clé de Peau though, do they?
So Clé de Peau is owned by Shiseido. It's a Japanese brand. I buy it in Japan or in the States.
Can you buy it online?
It's sold in Asia and in the US. Yeah. It's actually like so freaking expensive. Not yet.
Okay. Whatever.
It's so freaking
I mean, I'm global, you know.
Yeah, it's the Radiant Fluid Foundation. It's so pricey, but I love it.
It's super nice, actually.
Because it's really light. Yeah, and I thought you might like it. I mean, obviously the shade is not right for you because you're
because
tan
I'm
and
really
olive.
brown.
But it's when on those days when my skin's good,
Yeah,
and I just want a little something.
Yeah.
It's got your SPF
So
in it.
what would we say? This is a little bit more of a
it's a veil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more than a tinted moisturizer. It is a foundation, but it's more of a veil. And also when I put it on, people always say to me like, "Oh, your skin's so pretty, your skin's so pretty." And I'm like, okay, you know.
Okay,
like
so that's working
yeah,
for you.
I really like that. Then on days when I need a bit more coverage, I like a stick foundation.
Oh.
And I like the Hourglass Vanish. Now, it took me a while to get into stick foundations.
Right, okay.
Because I always thought pancake,
heavy.
So this does cover and it's buildable, but it never looks like mask-like, or for me never looks like too much. I do use a brush when I put this on.
Right, okay.
Normally
so
I use my fingers.
That's lighter. That's a lighter application with the brush. With the hands, it's light. With a sponge, it's heavy.
Yeah, but this is one when I do want a proper finish.
Really like that.
I like that.
I actually really like that, and I've never really seen that.
So these are my two, and then
I do like Hourglass, and I do like Clé de Peau. Yeah. I mean, they do beautiful lipsticks as well, and their eyeshadows are amazing.
No, but I mean, Clé de Peau is for me some of the most beautiful makeup out there. It's all that, and I'm a big fan of Japanese skincare and makeup, and I mean, it is incredibly pricey, but it is really good. So my last foundation the ones I always go with, this is a real, have you tried this, Oxygenetics?
No, you know what, but I've seen this before.
Probably on my feed.
Yeah, I've seen it, no, but I feel like maybe,
do you know,
what is it?
Okay, so this is a foundation, if you have any kind of irritation, if you have breakouts, if you've had laser treatments, if you've had anything like that, when your skin is reactive post-procedure or just like a sunburn or whatever,
or just
it's
really
like
super sensitive.
This is incredible.
It's like
it's not a medical, but the base here is aloe and not water.
Okay.
And it's one of those foundations, I mean, again, the shade for you is wrong.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Like when I had a rash on my face recently from trying a product, I had a red and raw rash. It covers it, like boom.
It's heavy.
It's heavy. No, it is heavy coverage, but it's a breathable foundation. So your skin can recover underneath.
So put it this way, if you've got bad skin, or you want to cover something, this
scars, scars, breakouts, acne, pimples. But this is what happened to me. I was in a situation, I don't wear this every day, but I was in a situation where I was doing a PA. So I was doing like a meet and greet with some of my readers. I promise you, I had a rash like this. I documented it. And I was like, I can't. What am I doing? People are going to think, wow, she's a bit of a fraud.
Who's this spotty person?
But it was, and I used this. It was, I mean, I did apply quite a lot, and it's very heavy. But I mean, that's for those moments when you need that. But when you have a big interview, and you have like a problem with your skin, and you know, in interview situations, you want to be the best that you can be. This is your SOS. I mean, it's not your kind of thing for every day, but it's for problems. But
I think what is good about that, what you're saying is, because normally what people do, they've got bad skin, they cover it with loads of foundation. It doesn't help.
No.
So in situations where you need to cover it, then if it's breathable, this is obviously, this is a fine for me too.
Yeah, this is definitely something that you're absolutely right, because if you have any kind of issues, breakout, sensitivity, flushing, redness, putting makeup on it sometimes doesn't help the healing of the skin.
But let's be honest, you need to do it sometimes, you know? And
this definitely, and in a way, I also believe in it kind of shields your skin as well. So if you're out and about.
I mean, did you make that up?
No. Wearing any kind of pigment, It's like wearing anything on your skin will shield it, of course. The pigment will be a barrier to the environment. So no, I did not make that up. Wendy Rowe, I would not lie.
You never know.
So no,
I mean, sometimes I'll make
this. No, I don't. I don't. No, it's true. This is a true find for those, moments. Anyway, I've already talked loads, but what more can I tell you? I love concealers.
Look, I don't know if you see it. It's a good coverage, right? It's a good coverage, but it doesn't look powdery, and I think that's super important.
You do have to work it quite quickly, don't you? Because it dries quite quickly.
Yeah, but it's not like
it's not what you're going to use on a shoot on a model to make it look dewy.
Sometimes if I've got someone that not all models have perfect skin, sometimes things happen, so this is a really good find,
and it covers bruises as well,
which does happen, Now I've just got loads of makeup all over my fingers and stuff.
Oh well, but how is that different from usual? You always have makeup on.
So concealers.
Okay, concealers. Honestly, like, and how many over the years? I don't think I ask you more. There's two things I always ask you about is about concealers, and then I ask you always about sculpting, but that's a personal thing of mine.
Yeah.
But concealers, the reason I find it so difficult because it obviously we move our eyes all day long. We can't help it. Most concealers move.
But do you put concealer on your eyelid?
Yeah,
but
because I don't use it. You wouldn't?
I never put concealer on my eyelid. Or when I'm doing anybody, I never put concealer.
Do you do a primer then?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
What, like even for red carpet?
Yep. Nothing.
I don't know. I'm like, really?
Yeah, nothing.
So you just put the eyeshadow on directly?
Straight on.
What if they've got oily, greasy eyelids?
Well, you know, I prep their skin.
So how do you prep the lid?
Well, because when I do like a cleanser, I mean, I go over the face and over the eyes and everything. And then I might put some eye cream on. Like
okay, so just a dewy, hydrating cream.
Just because it might be a little bit dry there. And that's it.
Okay, because I tend to put it over my lids just so that everything's... But then you see, I put foundation all over. Whereas I've seen you do your makeup this morning. It took like 5 minutes. So quick. And you don't... You only apply foundation where you need it. Whereas I tend to go slightly warmer in my skin tone.
I do. You saw me. Yeah, you said to me, you're using the dark one. And I was like, yeah.
She was like, yeah, because I'm tan.
Yeah, I like being brown.
Yeah, but I like being brown too. But I feel like I need to do my lids. But I'll try that.
Yeah, try that. Because you know what happens is when you put foundation on your lids or primer or anything. Listen, the eye makeup's not going to move. Right? And I know you move around a lot, but it will...
When it's hot, it melts.
Yeah, but... The thing is, when you put a foundation or a concealer or a primer on the lid, when you put eyeshadow on, it looks like more.
Yeah,
it always looks, and it makes you look older.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm not going to do that anymore. So should we not talk about concealers then?
No, we should talk about concealers because you can see
so the main three ones. Well, for me, it's more the darkness under the eyes. So
okay. Well, that's the problem.
What I use concealer on. I don't really get blemishes. So my problem is more under eye darkness.
Okay.
So it's a struggle. So what I tend to do is I use a peachy corrector first.
Yeah, sure.
Now this one is by It Cosmetics. Now I buy this in the States. It's not available in the UK yet, but Becca does a good one as well.
Okay.
It's like I tend to use peachy corrector first to cancel out the darkness.
Yeah.
And then I'll put concealer on top.
This is nice. It's creamy. It needs to be creamy when you're putting it under your eyes because otherwise it will look like a lot of makeup.
Yeah. So I tend to do that.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then there's 3 concealers
smelling
at the moment that I like.
Greedy.
Well, the Laura Mercier one, it's relatively new. It's called Flawless Fusion.
I mean, I like Laura Mercier.
Yeah, this one's really nice because it's not too heavy. I think
it's nice.
I'm actually nervous doing this because I'm sitting here going, it's not too heavy, and she's like, But I think this Flawless Fusion one is quite lovely and it wears well.
Yeah. Nice.
When it's like desperado situation, heavy duty again, I like the Bobbi Brown Instant Full Coverage, but that's quite thick at first.
Okay, I won't put a lot on.
It's quite thick, but again, it's about applying it, you know. But that's if you have some serious under eye circle situation.
You know what? That's not too dry either. I think that's a good solution.
Yeah.
Really
so that's when solution. When I'm really like, you know, when I'm filming and I'm like, okay, I need to look super, like I put that on today when I was like, I need to look really good. And then I really like the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't know what you think of it.
I mean, you know what? I actually don't know. I mean, it pops right out.
Yeah, but that's been used like a million times.
I mean, that's quite a big...
I know, because you can go do, like, so maybe not if you're kind of, but you can really do quite a bit.
Sweep across.
Yeah.
Sweep across. Okay, let's sweep across.
That, I mean, obviously these are all mine, they're not fresh. So.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah, it's nice.
So those are the ones that kind of...
I mean, I might pick up a few tips there.
Go back as if. Those are...
No, I will do.
But the biggest tip, which I do, and now I'm curious because you're not one for setting stuff.
Yeah.
My problem under the eyes is often that it does move. Because they're cream, they do move.
Yeah.
Powder is too much around my eyes because it just makes you look older and like can go into that. So I have been using this Mercier Secret Brightening Powder forever.
Okay.
It's
nice that it comes in a little...
Yeah, but this is, I've had this for like, I don't know how long. It lasts forever. And this is a way to set around the eyes and it doesn't go heavy.
Yes.
It doesn't make it go prominent, and it's got slight illuminating particles, but not in a crazy way.
Yeah. And you need it to be flat.
Yeah. And it's called Secret Brightening Powder, and it's the only thing I've found that helps. You know, if you need to set
it's super silky.
Yeah, it's silky. Yeah. That's the only thing I found to set the concealer, because otherwise on me it just moves. Like, you know that 3 o'clock face when everything, and you have to keep going like, oh, and I'm conscious of that.
I always forget when I've got makeup on that I have to do that.
Yeah, but I think you're a fan of really lightweight and creamy, and I think that I mean, I love the look. It's just that after a few hours on me, it just moves. Maybe because I talk so much.
No, maybe because you put so much skincare on.
Do you know what? That's right. No, and I think that is the case. I put a lot of skincare on, and like I said, some days like I'm like, this has gone all weird because I put too much skincare on. Yeah. I mean, you ain't gonna take my skincare off.
I know, but the thing is, maybe do more skincare at night.
And maybe wait a bit before. Yeah.
I mean, do you do it straight away?
It depends how much time I have, and I've got to be honest. The smartest thing to do would be to get up in the morning, do the skincare, have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, do your thing, and then do the makeup. But it depends how much time I have.
I would definitely do that.
Well, when you're on set, but then it's so different because when you're on set, you can retouch.
Yeah, we retouch before every picture. I mean, when we put someone on the red carpet, we're on them until they leave, so they've probably got about 15 minutes before they get on the red carpet, unless they've got to travel for a long time. Like Victoria had to travel for 2 hours when we'd done the royal wedding, so that was, I need to make sure that was in place.
She looked stunning I mean, her makeup, I have to say, I love watching her makeup evolution because she's a similar skin tone to me, and like she's got the dark eyes, so I always look at her as an inspo, and obviously the way you do her, because the thing is, you do evolve it a little bit, don't you? You keep changing things a little bit,
because otherwise, well, it's boring for me, and it's nice. Makeup's about changing things and changing it up and having different looks and it being a bit fun. So doing the same thing, I mean, look, I tend to do the same thing on me.
Yeah, well, we all do, but I mean, you know.
But if you've got me, then let's try and do other things as well. Let's try and change it up a little bit.
But give us a secret, something like the royal wedding, right? I mean, where you do her makeup, she goes, and yet, like you say, then you can't be there. You can't be there every 5 minutes. What are the main, like how she looked so dewy and fresh, but it stayed. What are some of the, I mean, I don't know if you can say what you actually used on her, but any can you tell us what you, because I want to know, because I want to go and get it.
But you know what? It's Oxyclear. Well, obviously I've done her skin. I use a moisturiser, I use the Clear moisturiser. I use a really nice eye cream called Carita.
Oh, I love that brand.
Which is super nice. And I use Oxyclear, which is a Joelle product.
Yes, Joelle Surcourt, which I'm like, I love her brand.
Yeah, it's really good to set makeup. So like if you are getting married, or you know, you're wearing it for a long, a significant amount of time, then I just press it. It's like a serum, and you just press it here, anywhere you think is gonna become.
I'm buying that product.
Yeah. So then you do that, and it will fix everything. It will hold everything in place. I don't know why, but I've known that for years, and that's what I do when I know someone as she had to travel.
And it's hot, and it's
I mean, it's a beautiful day, but it couldn't have been worse.
But that for makeup, they're tricky. Yeah. So then you do foundation.
And then I do foundation.
Fingers or brushes on her?
Brushes. Yeah. And then I powder it, lightly powder it, blotting powder with, you know, normally MAC blotting powder, which I like. And then I give her a powder to go with.
So she can fix it.
Yeah. You know, I just tell her where to do it, and a lipstick, and she's good to go, because everything else will hold. Yeah. No foundation or concealer on the eyelid.
Well, Victoria's not doing it. And what's that beautiful, because you've adapted her smoky eye. For me, she used to have a much more defined smoky eye. Now it's like a diffused smoky eye.
Yeah, you know why?
I love that. It's beautiful.
Because it's really, I want to do a lot about her lashes, make her eyes wider. So it's really more around the base of the lash and just brighten everything up. So it's more intense around the actual eyelash line and just soften it out, because she's got quite defined sockets. So I don't really need to put that much there, and she's got defined eyebrows. So it's just about making the most of everything that's already there.
And tell us, because I mean, she obviously has really good bone structure. But her cheeks, what's that glow? Her cheeks, she has this blushy, glowy look. What did you use?
What did I use? Is the question. I mean, sometimes I use a cream blush, like the Steeler, which I really like.
Nice.
Sometimes it's a mix of blush and the lip contour. From Burberry, I feel like it needs a little bit more pink. I'll put it in there. And that's it, really.
Yeah, I actually think it's nice because it was more pared back. I just think she looked beautiful. And then can I talk to you about Sienna at the Met Gala?
Ah, yeah.
You know, I always love a Sienna beauty moment, because I think she does do that effortless beauty, but then when she does do a bit of a look, it never looks too much. And I mean, I just think she's, you know, quite stunning anyway. I love her. What informed the look? Like, was it the dress that you saw, and because you did the eyes, didn't you? You defined the eyes a bit. And then
I bleached the eyebrows.
Was she okay with that?
I mean,
is she game for
she's game. I came up with some ideas. What was the theme was like a not religious thing. Anyway, so I felt like she should be like some kind of ethereal kind of
not an angel.
Well,
because she looked like more like a sexy angel.
Well, because we don't want more ethereal, I want to say. So the way you do that is you pare everything back, and it's really about having big eyes and like a gorgeous, like natural, but a little bit more mouth. So we bleached her eyebrows because then that opens everything up. So then it's really about the big eyes.
Did you bleach them back the next day?
Because I had to go.
Come on. What are some key products you used?
I use blue contact lenses.
Oh yeah.
Because she just got blue eyes, but I wanted them to be much bluer.
Because I did see they were so like, they were
intense.
Yes. Oh wow. Okay, I love that. I love that idea.
It was the little idea.
And you couldn't tell. Like,
no, because I didn't want it to be obvious. Do you know what I mean? And we didn't tell anyone, obviously, but a lot of people said, well, what has she done? She looks really different. But it's just them little tweaks.
The brows, the eyes.
And then we just done gorgeous.
What was the lipstick?
Do you know what?
It's a nice colour. It was like a nude. Did you mix a few?
Yeah, probably in the end. There's a colour that I call Sienna, which is I made actually for her. It's a Burberry colour.
Which one is it?
It's nude beige.
Nude beige.
And it's really like a skin tone colour.
But then everyone's nude's going to be different.
I mean, it works really well on her. And then I use a lip contour because, you know, and then I might have put a little bit of something else in there because you keep on titivating, changing stuff. And
then the dress goes on. And
then you think, maybe we can take that down a bit, or maybe the eyes too much. I think I gave her quite a big eyeliner, which we decided once she was dressed it was a bit too much, or it wasn't enough. I can't remember now. It was one or the other. So the picture starts to come together, you know.
How much time do you have, like, usually to do? Like, I'm not saying on a shoot, but like that, like when you do Victoria for an event or Sienna for an event, like how much time?
An hour. That's
good. Okay.
We work together. We have to work together.
Because I know that some celebrities, like, literally are like, you've got 10 minutes and that's it.
Yeah.
But the ones you work with,
no, I mean,
it's more of a collaboration.
Yeah, and also, you know, if you want something to be good, you need to give it time. You know what I mean? You know, if someone wants like a 10-minute makeup, but they want like a really dramatic eye and they want to look, it's not going to happen. No. So you know what? Dream on, because it ain't going to happen. So you know, you need to be time. And also, once things start to come together and the hair comes together, you just you'll change things slightly. Stuff starts to evolve, and the picture becomes whole, and you just change stuff.
And tell me the truth, and I know you will, because you will. Do you? Because obviously both Sienna and Victoria that we just spoke about, I mean, obviously get photographed extensively, especially at those 2 events we were talking about. Do you worry, like, and be really honest, do you literally go until you see the first pictures, like the packed pictures? So is it something you worry about?
Yeah, I do. I think, fuck, I hope she looks good.
Because the thing is, it's a huge it is a huge responsibility, because for them it's important. They look great there and then, but if something happens,
and then they go on the red carpet and there's loads of flashes, or I don't, you know, you just never know. And you think, I mean, I'm convinced if you hear that tinkling bell, that's Teddy just walking around. I'm convinced that I'm happy with what's going on, and I'm happy, and they go. But it is all about the first paparazzi picture, because there's no retouching. You can't like anything. You just have to hope that you've done your job well, because it really is like you know what?
Without naming any names of anybody, if you don't want to, but has it ever happened that you did something and then the pictures were just like, oh my god, you know those famous pictures you see? I mean, it's a bit mean, I think, of the papers, but you know, when suddenly someone's got like white powder under their eyes, or what is that? It's flashback. Yeah, I mean, someone who hasn't powdered properly.
I just feel like maybe they had this high definition stuff that everyone got on that tip. I think that's rubbish, but whatever.
But have you ever had a problem like that? Something?
Not that I can remember.
Well, that's lucky.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll be honest, I can't. I mean, bear in mind, I don't do that many red carpet.
No, but
I do certain people who I get on with, and they trust me, because it is all about trust. Because I would never. I tell you what, I would never do someone that I've never worked with before. For my first meeting to do their makeup, do a red carpet. It's no way.
And I think that's true, and that's also, I mean, that makes sense, because that's why a lot of these high-profile women all like to work with the same people. Because also, I suppose you get in there and it's like, okay, what are we doing today? Is it this? Like, you know,
you need to know.
It's kind of like, I want to be dewy, I want to be glow, I want to be matte, and you know what you're doing.
Well, it's like anyone. If you went to a hairdresser and they, you know, and you're going to a big event or whatever, and then someone came in and they started doing your hair, and you think, that's not how I normally do it, and I have no idea what you're going to do to me, and I really don't have time to fuck around here. It's just not a good situation to be in. You know, you've got to trust the person that you're going, that you're doing. You know, they've got to be able to trust you. You've got to be able to, because then you can do other things with them as well, because they know that you're not going to give them a really thick base and make them look really crepey or something they feel uncomfortable with. So they need to trust you.
Because some people want a thick base.
Yeah, I mean, especially do.
Especially, you know, some younger kind of celebrities actually like a heavier look on the red carpet. And you said, it's a question of preference, but they don't actually need it. But
they don't actually need that, because it starts to look mannequin-like. But I mean, if you're into that, then that's fine.
But if you feel the older you get, the lighter you need to be.
Yeah, because you can't do that when you're old.
No.
Because you just
older.
More
mature. Not old.
Well,
there ain't such thing.
I mean, you're as old as you feel.
Exactly, and it's about aging well. I love talking about that. When people say to me, are you scared of aging? And I'm like, no, because the alternative
what are you going to do about it?
Like, what are you going to do
What are you going to do?
Well, that's the thing, and you don't want to start panicking. And also, I think, like, when you look nowadays, and it was what I love, you know, there is so much more diversity. And also diversity, I think, should also encompass aging. And I think when I look at the women that I think are inspiring and beautiful, like, you know, recently there was the Ocean's 8 premiere.
Did you see
and I look at Kate Blanchett. I haven't seen the movie, but I looked at them on the red carpet.
I mean, she looks amazing.
She looks amazing. You know, Sandra Bullock, 50s.
Oh, is she?
Amazing. She looks amazing. Demi Moore looks amazing. You know, Victoria Beckham is in her 40s. I think she looks amazing. A lot to do with you, but also, you know,
she
the lifestyle. She eats well. She looks after herself. I mean, I love Elizabeth Hurley, whatever. I think she looks fantastic, and she wears her makeup. I like Elle Macpherson. You know, there's
Elle looks amazing.
Monica Bellucci, one of my all-time icons, is 54, something like that.
Chrissy Turnington.
You know, and so I think for me, like, I do think it's changed. I think there was a time when, you know, even when I started in magazines, you know, once you hit like 37, you were old. Out. I think that is totally shifting now. I really do, and I'm not just saying it as a spiel. I do think so, and I think it's definitely about the ageless, you know, the ageless beauty.